Prime Metal Buildings jobbar med konstruktion av alla typer av lantbruksbyggnader. Extra stort fokus har det blivit på just mjölkstall där metallkonstruktionerna passar bra för amerikansk produktion. De har sin bas i centrala Texas men jobbar med projekt över hela USA. De står för projektering och produktion av byggnaderna men låter lokala entreprenörer sköta själva byggprocessen på plats.
Fully custom steel metal buildings bolt together. Everything is manufactured in-house. Everything all the columns, all the rafters, all the purlin is made in Central Texas. We have 4 component stores where we'll run our sheets and trim and stuff like that. And those just kind of depends on what's closest to the job site or what makes sense for freight as to where we pull those out of for each project. All the plate is shipped in, cut to size, welded together into the 3 plate members like you see here, and then shipped out of there.
När väl själva produktionen av byggnadens ståldelar är klar och har skeppats ut till kund så är det en rätt så snabb process att bygga färdigt.
It depends on what you're doing. We did a 4,500 cow dairy last year. It took 6 months. They had the whole thing up and ready to go. So from the time they poured concrete and set anchor bolts until the time the cows were in, it was a 6 month process. Some guys work faster, some guys work slower, but that's a pretty good timeline.
De har valt att arbeta med just stål för att de själva anser att det är bästa sättet att bygga på, särskilt när det kommer till mjölkstall.
I think it's sustainable, right? It lasts longer. You don't have to worry about rot like you do with wood. You can do longer spans, larger spans, bigger buildings. There's not as many columns in there. You can, freestand a lot. You see some of these cross vents and tunnel vents. Some of them are made out of wood, and there's columns everywhere. And it's almost, it looks really dark and really busy in there because there's so much going on inside of that building. And you get a steel building, and you've got a 640-foot wide barn, and it's 12 columns through there, and that's it, and it's really clean, looks really nice. You can galvanize it. That helps with corrosion, stuff like that. So when the cows are, columns in and around the cows, they're not really they won't rust out as quickly and anything like that. So from my perspective, it's all sustainability, it's efficiency for building. You can put them up faster, and I think they last longer.
Ike Damstra reser väldigt mycket och har egentligen hela USA som arbetsplats. Men när han väl är klar med att ha startat upp ett projekt och ritningen är färdig, då klarar sig kunderna mer eller mindre på egen hand. För Prime Metal Buildings reser inte några byggnader.
We are not, no sir. We ship it, we work with contractors or directly with dairies, however that kind of pencils out, and ship straight to the job site, ship it there. Talk to them on the phone. There's always questions when you're doing stuff like this. So we're right there, lockstep with them, going through the whole process from when it ships till it's up, and sometimes even after, visiting job sites and doing stuff like that. But yeah, we don't do any of the erection ourselves. We don't do any of the concrete. We just supply the building and the materials. Help with the design side, some of it.
När det kommer till just mjölkstall är rekommendationen att endast arbeta med varmförzinkat stål. Och det är för att byggnaden ska kunna stå emot det slitage som kommer med korna.
It helps with corrosion and rust and stuff like that. So a milk and parlor, I will never sell. I don't care if you tell me that's what you want. I will not sell you just a milk and parlor that is not galvanized, because there's so many chemicals and water and cow traffic all through that stuff. You want that to stay galvanized. It keeps that building from rusting out. We'll do, like on these cross vents, the interior columns where the cows are, we'll galvanize just those, because that building, there's, you're not going to have chemicals and stuff like that in those buildings as much, and they're ventilated pretty well, so you don't have to worry about the ammonia. So we'll just galvanize those, because again, cows are around them all the time, and it just, you want to keep those as clean and as long lasting as possible. So it's all hot dip galvanized. So everything is manufactured the same. We ship it to a galvanizer. They dip it in the zinc, pull it out, and then it loads on a truck from there and goes to the job site.
Prime står själva för utveckling av de olika konstruktionerna. Mycket av det arbetet sker tillsammans med kunderna. Precis som i Sverige är inte det ena stallet likt det andra, och det gäller att skapa en byggnad som passar bra på just den aktuella platsen.
A lot of it's kind of field figured out. You start looking at it and you say, well, that works here, this works here, you know, or you start talking to somebody and you're trying to figure out a way to do something. And well, what if we do this? And what if we do this? And there will be 4 or 5 of us sitting around a table trying to figure out, you know, the right piece of or right material to use in a certain spot to make it, you know, bend it just right, have it be just deep enough to fill out a column just right so you can attach fans or a curtain or whatever to it and stuff like that. You learn it as you go. And then, you know, some guy in the field is going to say, well, I don't like doing it that way because this and this. So then you change it, you know, you tweak it and stuff like that. And, you know, you read a little bit about industry trends and stuff like that of, hey, you know, cross vent versus tunnel vent and why do people do them and things like that. And it just, you just try to stay informed on what's going on and what everything else is, what's all out there. So.